Just for the record, I had this issue with my internet. Every 9 to 10 minutes it resets, Second Life would crash, and I'd have to reboot everything. A little troubling, but I survived. This is my introduction to Second Life. So exciting. I get a little tired of banging into walls and getting stuck in the trees and lost in the ocean. At the same time, it was a lot of fun. Didn't see really anybody in the world except for me, which is, I thought, kind of odd. But I imagine everybody's getting ready for spring break. I think it's like the home base. And I'm getting ready to teleport to the ocean. I'm so happy here. I can smell the salt. Ooh, got a little wet there, yep. Splash. I gotta get probably on the pier. Safer spot. And here, isn't that wonderful? You can feed the seagulls. And I believe there's a sign there that says they're sharks. Nice. I've just been told to jump in the ocean. So I'm flying in and dropping down, and voila. It's great. I can breathe underwater. How cool is that? Electric eels aren't too bad. I'm jumping for joy. I just got a letter, and I'm teleporting to another location. Up on the beach now. There's a pretty cool feature with a map, an overview map. I haven't really had a chance to use that. I'm sure you get into a city area or someplace where it's a little more congested, it'll help. Getting upstairs is not so easy, so I just flew everywhere. It seemed like a much better way of, if you got lost too, kind of getting a bearing. Had a very difficult time getting into the temple without actually flying and then just sort of dropping in. Hello. So here we go. Now I'm just exploring the temple. Supposedly you can touch the walls or touch various things and things will happen. Also, there's supposedly secret places somewhere up here as well, and possibly more treasure. And I waved my little wand and banged into a lot of walls and really didn't discover as much as I was hoping to. It's a bit disappointing and a bit discouraging. I wasn't sure everything was working the way it was supposed to, but, you know, can't say for sure. And so, from a design standpoint, the textures look really nice. I like the stone textures, the flora and fauna, very nicely done. Enjoy the ambient sounds, the water effects. The fact that you can walk through walls, I like that. It's a little strange, a little odd. Actually, that's something that probably shouldn't happen. It does sort of suspend your belief for a moment there when you actually walk through a wall. There were objects that I clicked on that said something like Hoshini sculpture or whatever. I thought it was an object I could collect or that I needed to, yeah, here we go, Hushi sculpture. Right back touched. And I realized it's actually just the architecture, I believe. I don't think that it's something that I was supposed to touch. So some things needed more of a narration or a wizard, I think, that would have just helped to explain a little bit more about what was going on in here, what I was actually doing. So here we are, continuing the tour. I'm still in the temple. I don't have all of the letters, and I also haven't found the secret place. Ah, you need more money. Money, that's a thing. Walking through walls, though, who needs money when you can walk through walls? Seriously. If there's a bank somewhere, look out, here I come. And I like the music, it's uplifting. course, you can turn that off and just listen to the ambient sounds. The sun is setting. It's getting low. The garden's beautiful. Walk through fire, too. Now, there you go. Walk through walls, walk through fire. I haven't tried walking on water yet, but flying, that'll do. I'm pretty excited about that. Oh, now there's something a little bit different. A chameleon. Found this guy. Yep, he's mine. I got him. It'd be kind of cool if you could wear the chameleons. You could put them on your shoulder and walk around. Birds, too. I love it. You know, it's like a little hummingbird feeder. And so I began to find more of the little tiny treasures, I guess you'd call them. But they didn't offer me any letters, so I knew I still hadn't found what I was looking for. Everything, there's no direction. And in most games, there would be some direction. There would be a path that you'd be led on. And in here, there's a tendency for everything to be the same brightness. So it's not so easy finding the treasure. That's my input. Still, I searched. Matter of fact, I thought, maybe behind a waterfall. Now, I think that would have been a cool design trick. So I jumped over into the water, pulled up my pants, got my feet wet. But I didn't see anything there either, so I jumped back. We'll try again somewhere else. I'm just going to sit this one out and take a chill pill. The internet connection that I have, it's a PPP, and it has some type of security reset, and every 9 to 10 minutes it disconnects on me. When that happens, Second Life, unfortunately, it doesn't maintain a connection, and it not only disconnects from the Second Life server, but it then crashes. I have to force quit it every single time. Now I'm trying to play the piano here. I thought you could play the piano. Seemed like a pretty cool feature, but all I'm getting is a kind of a bonk, 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 bonk. So perhaps there is a way of doing it, and I look forward to figuring that one out. Here's after a reset, and actually this time it dumped me in the ocean. I found myself, it was sort of surreal, kind of cool, but I realized as I looked above me that I was in the ocean. So I just figured, hey, okay, just gonna take a walk. I still need to find the secret place. So I'm going back to the temple. And this time, I'm going to search until I find that secret place. And at least I think I need at least one more letter. It's nice. As you can see, I'm trying to find the secret place. It's not behind the waterfall, though. But can't stop a guy from trying, right? So then I thought maybe there's little corners, little crevices, places that I'm missing. So once again, I try to get into what I thought was a corner and broke through a wall. And now this looked different. For some reason, I don't remember seeing this, so I probably got into it in a fashion that you weren't supposed to. But suddenly, I felt like I was somewhere that I hadn't been before. And wow, look at that. I found it. This is something special. Finally. But, you know, the randomness of trying to find this place. Trying to teleport. Where we going? And I like to save my landmarks, but I'm teleporting. Ooh, I like this. See, this is nice. Sweet. Lots to explore. Lots to enjoy here. You see ducks now. It said something about bees buzzing, so I'm turning the music down in this case, so I can just key in on ambient noises. And I'm listening for bees buzzing somewhere. And so here we are, finally, in the field of flowers, with the buzzing bees and the hooting owls, and a lot of interesting bits and pieces of architecture which I haven't even had a chance to take a look at, but I'm looking forward to going into those. But I did find the bee's nest, and I found another teleport, this time to the city. Exciting. And suddenly I'm in a huge city. Now, this is what I'm talking about in regards to directing somebody. What there was a clue about fueling up. Right away I thought, okay, gas station. And I ran down the streets around the town, looking, and finally found the gas station. But there could have been some design features that actually would have, brought you on a path. For instance, here, notice how the lighting is all exactly the same. There's no diminishing, darkening, or brightening. There's nothing leading you. Think film noir, lighting that draws you in, entices you, captivates you. There's colorful places where your eyes are attracted to, for instance, the daiquiris and tequila sours. But this was just sort of, you would just walk around until you find the treasure chest. And voila, here it is, the treasure chest. But why is it there? There's no real reason for it to be there. It's just on the side of the wall. Don't want to be led like cattle to slaughter, but you want to be directed in such a way that it's interesting, exciting, engaging. That's my thought. Play on. Oh, and also it would be nice to have treasure in the treasure box. I mean, could use some linden. Anyway, I did play on, and I went to the Isle of D, which is very strange, kind of dark, mystical. Then France, and a place called Havendale. But then finally I found a little village. It's like Carmel by the sea. I love this. This was my favorite place. And unfortunately I had to leave and fly home.